The story gets a little weird. We leave the island of Komodo and we get back on the boat. We do a couple scuba dives and then we pull into this little snorkeling area. And our dive master says, hey, this is a great area to do some snorkeling. And we're like, all right, cool. So we all jump in the water. It was a mangrove. So like there was a lot of vegetation that had grown down into the bay, and the water was super clear, and there was like a bunch of silt and sediment and millions of little fish swimming in through there. So it was like really beautiful, kind of mysterious. And so we're just snorkeling around, and I was on the kind of trip with there were 5 guys, 6 including me, and one of my friends had his GoPro on his head, and apparently in all like kind of like moving around, he knocked it off his head somehow. And so then we were there to basically, we all started looking for his GoPro instead of like snorkeling more. And so, because he had a bunch of footage on there that my friend Matt was going to use for his doctorate program, so we had to find this GoPro. I kind of swim out a little bit into the bay, and I'm looking down, and all of a sudden, underwater, I see about 10 feet away from me what looked like an aquatic ape. That's the only way I can explain it. It had long arms, it had long legs, it had long hair that was swaying in the current, and it was swimming down to the depths. And I just watched it for about 10 seconds, 15 seconds until it disappeared, and my mind was just going like crazy. I couldn't place it. I was like, because I had just seen the orangutans, and I swear it looked like an orangutan, but I had no idea that these things could potentially swim. And then I was like, am I seeing some sort of like creature that hasn't been discovered yet? I had no idea what it was. It had a torso, it had arms and forearms and like elbows and its shoulders, and it had a head and like kind of long fingers, and it did not want to be seen. It didn't move too fast. There was not a bubble. It was not making any sudden movements. It was like, it kind of blended. It eventually disappeared into the depths. It blended into the depths of the water. And I watched it till it disappeared. And then I kind of like looked up and kind of shook myself out of this sort of crazy like trance that I was in by watching this thing that I had no idea what it was. And I look up at the boat, I'm like, maybe it was like, maybe I was catching a reflection from someone else swimming around me. Like I couldn't believe what I had just seen. And so then I look up at the boat, and all my buddies are like, come on, dude, we're out of here, we gotta go. And everyone's on the boat, like I'm the only one in the water. And it was like, okay, that was definitely something that I can't explain.